Story 1. A metal tongue scraper is essential for when you wake up. I would brush my teeth and tongue but still feel uncomfortable and like I had bad breath 20 minutes later. I don't even rinse my toothpaste out after brushing, and it was still unpleasant. I got the scraper a year ago, and it has completely changed my confidence regarding my oral health and communicating with others. However, it can be a bit unpleasant sometimes when I have a lot of buildup. Story 2. Washing your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds is not just a pandemic practice. It is generally good for health and hygiene. Story 3. For people with long hair, wash and condition your hair. While the conditioner sits, wash your body, but wait to clean the area of your back where your conditioned hair rests until after you rinse out the conditioner. You can either pull your hair up on your head or bend over to wash your upper back and shoulders. This helps prevent acne on your back. Story 4. Don't just brush your teeth. Brush your whole mouth. I started doing this a couple of years ago, and my dental hygienist has almost nothing to do now. Story 5. Please examine the toilet seat after use. If there is a brown mark where you sat, it is important to clean yourself properly. Sincerely, the office team. Story 6. One hygiene tip that is often overlooked is cleaning your phone. It is surprising how much bacteria can build up on screens since we constantly touch them. A quick wipe down with a disinfectant cloth or a microfiber cloth can help keep things much cleaner, especially since our phones are always near our faces. It is one of those things people forget about, but it can make a significant difference. Story 7. Flossing is incredibly important for avoiding bad breath, as well as for heart health and dental health. Story 8. When washing your hands, interlock your fingers and rub them back and forth to clean between them. Also, rub your fingernails along the soapy palms of your hands to help clean underneath the nails. Story 9. If you've forgotten to wear deodorant, applying hand sanitizer under your arms helps reduce odor. This is a useful tip in a pinch, but it shouldn't be a regular solution. Story 10. Working in an operating room, I see all kinds of things. Apart from brushing teeth, removing makeup, and bathing prior to surgery, having a clean belly button is something we all really appreciate. Story 11. Wash your pillowcases frequently, at least every few days. If you have facial acne, this could be the reason. If you have dry skin and hair, consider using a satin pillowcase. Story 12. Deodorant should be applied to a clean body after showering. Otherwise, you may transfer bacteria to the stick. Story 13. Scrubbing under your nails with a nail cleaner. Applying glycolic acid under your armpits before using deodorant. Cleaning your piercing holes every few days, as no one likes ear cheese. Story 14. Switching to an SLS-free toothpaste completely stopped me from getting canker sores. Story 15. Determine how often you need to wash your hair. Different hair and skin types have unique needs, so you may not be caring for your hair optimally. Story 16. Closing the toilet seat before flushing is important to prevent the spread of germs and bacteria. When you flush the toilet, tiny droplets of water containing harmful microorganisms can become airborne. By lowering the seat, you can minimize the risk of contamination in your bathroom and protect your health. Story 17. If your feet sweat a lot, use a good foot powder or spray. Always give your shoes time to dry out if they get wet. I learned the hard way after getting athlete's foot last year for the first time. Story 18. Chewing gum, sugar-free of course, is actually a great way to clean your mouth and teeth after meals or drinking something acidic. It should always be paired with regular flossing and brushing. Story 19. If you're sweaty and have stubborn body odor, keep your body hair trimmed short. Shaving is an option, but it tends to irritate the skin, as sweat can cling to hair and resist washing. Story 20. Do not touch your face with your fingers or hand, especially near your eyes, mouth, or nose, unless your fingers are very clean. Story 21. These tips are for individuals with depression, disabilities, or other challenges that make showering or cleaning up more difficult. I have seen many comments expressing concerns about cleanliness, but I understand that sometimes it is simply not possible to maintain those standards. A quick sponge bath or wipe down is still better than nothing at all. Genital-safe wipes after using the bathroom can be very helpful if showering is challenging. Mouthwash is better than not brushing your teeth at all. Keep a pack of toothbrush heads for reusable toothbrushes next to your bed. So if you need a quick clean, you don't have to go far. Wipes are better than nothing when it comes to washing your hands and are useful if there are no hand-washing facilities nearby. Keeping your hair in a bonnet can prevent mats and tangles if you can't brush it, especially if you tend to wake up with a tangled mess after a nap. Remember to wear a mask in public. Story 22. If a girl is attracted to you, she looks at your hands. If she does not allow you to hold her hand, she is likely not interested. So make sure to have trimmed nails and clean hands. Story 23. Do not touch your genitals with dirty hands. If you are not clean and need to urinate, wash your hands before and after. Story 24. Here's a reminder. Wash your hands before using the restroom. You don't want to touch those areas with your germ-infested hands. Story 25. Brush your hair before you get in the shower, especially if you have long hair. This prevents tangles from forming when your hair becomes wet. Story 26. Clean your belly button with a little alcohol on a cotton ball from time to time. Someone I know never cleaned his belly button and developed a staph infection. It was almost fatal, and they had to remove his entire belly button. Story 27. In the words of Red Fox, wash your body. That's all you need to take care of, folks. Clean yourself. Story 28. If you have dense hair in those areas, use shampoo and conditioner. This applies to hairy chests, legs, and more. For facial hair, consider a specialized soap or conditioner. It makes a significant difference. I often receive compliments from strangers about my silky smooth hair. Story 29. Use a dental pick to gently scrape between your teeth to remove debris that flossing or brushing may not catch. Avoid applying excessive force. I went to the dentist expecting the worst, but there were no cavities and no need for a cleaning. Story 30. Hibiclens is particularly effective for areas like armpits, the pubic area, buttocks, and groin, although it shouldn't be used on sensitive areas. If you're prone to body acne, have body odor, or have a larger body type, Hibiclens can be a significant improvement. I even use it on my face, despite the recommendation against it, and it has completely cleared my skin. I used to experience cysts in skin folds, but I haven't had one since I began using it. Story 31. Don't forget to clean the outside back of your ears with cotton swabs. Most people just focus on the inside of their ears. Story 32. Train your body to use the bathroom at home before you shower. Always carry baby wipes and maintain a clean and neat area. Story 33. Use cornstarch instead of baby powder for areas that retain moisture, such as under the breasts and armpits. This technique is very inexpensive and remarkably effective. Story 34. Clean your belly button. All you need is warm water, soap, and either a cotton swab or simply your finger to clean it out. Story 35. Get a bidet that you can install on any toilet. You will be amazed at how much you appreciate it after a week of use. Story 36. If you have no thigh gap or thick thighs and your inner thighs rub together, it can cause painful rub marks throughout the day, particularly in dresses, skirts, and rompers. Applying a solid deodorant stick to the inner thighs can completely prevent this issue. You're welcome. Story 37. Actually wash your feet in the shower. Scrub them all over, including the bottom and in between the toes. Most people simply let the soap wash over their feet and think that's sufficient. Please take the time to wash your feet. Your feet deserve attention. Story 38. For clothes you have worn but cannot or do not want to launder, get a spray bottle and fill it with the cheapest vodka you can find. Spray the areas that tend to smell. Do not use denatured alcohol, as it will make clothing smell unpleasant. Vodka works well on clothes that should be washed as little as possible, like denim, wool, or delicate items. I learned this from a theater costume director. I also have a handheld pump garden sprayer containing a vodka and water mixture, sometimes with a bit of lavender oil. I mist my sheets with it every morning before making the bed to keep them fresh. White vinegar on a washcloth can be an effective deodorant. It does not work for everyone, but it works for me. The vinegar smell disappears once dry. Some people prefer apple cider vinegar, but I find it a bit sticky and it can discolor light clothing. Get extra pillowcases and change them out every night or two, especially if you have facial acne issues. Do the same with bed sheets daily if you have acne on other parts of your body. Bidets can be helpful. Keep a stack of baby washcloths nearby for drying. Have a covered waste bin or diaper pail near the toilet for used cloths. Dump the bin into the washing machine and launder as needed. Everyone gets dirt on their hands sometimes, myself included. People with children always remember this. Wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Traveling and concerned about bedbugs? Purchase some food-grade diatomaceous earth powder. Put a spoonful in each piece of luggage, close it and shake, turn, and spin it so the powder distributes everywhere. Take the luggage outside, open it, and dump the powder, tapping the luggage to remove as much as possible. Hold your breath and close your eyes while doing this. Enough powder will remain to significantly reduce the likelihood of bedbugs getting in and causing problems. Bedbugs can get into your luggage in hotel rooms and from other bags stacked together on flights or train seats. You do not want bedbugs. Washing hands often and regularly cleaning body areas should be considered normal hygiene, not underrated. Story 39. Use a bidet. I don't understand why people are turned off by the idea of having one. They are easy to install and not that expensive. Story 40. Your vulva only needs clean water. You don't need fancy sprays, fragranced washes, or scented wipes. Just use water. Story 41. If you are going to wear a fragrance and you want it to last, make sure you apply it to moisturized skin. Story 42. Rinse with mouthwash after breakfast, such as coffee or cereal. My dentist is pleased with how little extra work he has when I follow this routine. Story 43. Fire water in your belly button and lower back at the end of your shower. It feels good and ensures no soap is left to cause itching later. Story 44. Shower before bed. Most people change their sheets once a week or longer. I find it uncomfortable that people go to bed without showering and sleep on the same sheets for at least a week. Story 45. Scraping your tongue is important. Brushing it is not enough. Spend $10 to buy a stainless steel tongue scraper. It makes a significant difference. Story 46. Clean your glasses frequently. Use a microfiber cloth to wipe them, along with water mixed with a small amount of dish soap. Avoid anything ammonia-based, as it will damage any anti-reflective coating. Spray not only both sides of the glasses but also the frames. The lenses can be easily removed and are more durable than you think, so clean the inner rim of the frames and lenses. An optician can show you how. If you wear wireframe glasses with nose pads, please change the nose pads every couple of months to a maximum of 1 year. I have worked on many unsanitary pairs where the pads are covered in dark green or yellow from dirt and bacteria. Most eyeglass shops will replace them for free. You wear your glasses for a substantial amount of time on your face, which is often oily, sweaty, and contaminated with your germs and those of others. It's no different than someone sneezing into their hands and not washing them. The eyes are extremely sensitive, and your glasses are close to many openings in your head where diseases can easily spread. Story 47. Use a brush to sweep the bed after waking up or before going to sleep. This removes loose skin, hair, and other dust and dirt. The bed will feel clean every day this way, as washing the sheets daily is not practical. Story 48. My personal experience is that eating healthy does more for your body odor than any deodorant can. I once went through a difficult phase in my life and I ate poorly. During this time, I noticed that I began to have a strong odor even shortly after showering and wearing clean clothes while barely moving. Eating clean improved that immediately. Story 49. If you wear glasses, sanitize them from time to time. I'm not talking about wiping off the lenses. I mean, you need to wipe them down completely with one or more alcohol wipes, or at the very least, wash them with hot water on a regular basis. They can hold a significant amount of bacteria, dirt, and other contaminants, and they're constantly in contact with your skin. Clean them off every once in a while. Story 50. I shouldn't have to say this, but wash your face before you go to bed, especially if you are wearing makeup. Story 51. Use a tongue cleaner after brushing your teeth and flossing. The amount of dirt that comes out is amazing. Story 52. Brush your tongue with fresh toothpaste. Continue doing it until your tongue has no white residue. Stick your tongue out as far as you can and go back as far as you can. Story 53. Check for tonsil stones. Around 10% of cases of bad breath originate from tonsil stones, and most people are not aware of them. I have had them my whole life. Ironically, after a tonsil removal, they started to build up in the pockets left behind. I only found out in my 20s, but now I have a weekly cleaning routine with 2 of my children to get rid of them using a soft dental water jet. Story 54. An underrated hygiene tip is to clean your phone regularly. It touches your hands, face, and numerous surfaces, making it a germ magnet that many people forget about. Story 55. Disinfect your phone screen a few times a day. If you are experiencing recurring skin issues like back acne or cysts, using antibacterial soap and changing the order in which you clean can help significantly. Shampoo and condition your hair first, then use body soap. Using conditioner last may leave some residue that can clog pores. For antibacterial soaps, I recommend Hibiclens. I only use it on specific areas with active hidradenitis suppurativa flare-ups. It has reduced my flare-ups to once a month at most. You can also use acne face wash on your back or shoulders. Be sure to check the label, but it is generally acceptable with most brands. I use CeraVe. I used to get many blemishes around my brow line, but since I started washing my back with my face wash, I rarely experience breakouts there anymore. Also, remember to wash your backside. Story 56. 1. Sometimes take a cotton swab, spray some hand sanitizer on it, and clean your ear with it, including behind the ear. The skin around your ear can produce a lot of oil. Take a cotton swab, spray some hand sanitizer on it, and clean your belly button. Clean your phone at least once a day. I use a toothbrush to clean my feet in the shower. I clean between my toes and under the toenails. Use a nail brush to clean under your nails every time you wash your hands. Use glycolic acid for your underarms. Use a tongue scraper after brushing your teeth. Use a sanitizing foot spray for your shoes every night. Story 57. Remember in chemistry that dissolves like. Soap is effective, but cleaning with oil will effectively remove stubborn products such as makeup, sunscreen, or deodorant. Story 58. Water flossing paired with a regular toothbrush and dental floss has greatly improved my oral health. Story 59. If you don't have a bidet or wet wipes that won't clog the sewage, wet your toilet paper to wipe. Story 60. You need to wash yourself if necessary. You need to wash your hair if necessary. You need to brush your teeth if necessary. Otherwise, you will smell unpleasant. Story 61. Using a curved irrigation syringe to flush out tonsil stones can reveal surprising hidden material. Story 62. Do not use cotton swabs to clean your ears. This can lead to an infection at best or perforated eardrums at worst. Story 63. Use a water pick. Takes about 30 seconds of your time, but it makes a huge difference. I was compelled to start using it because of mouth cancer, but I wish I had done it my whole life. Story 64. Flossing is essential. I carry floss with me everywhere I go and always use it after I eat. If you floss once after a meal, you will realize just how much food is often left between your teeth, even when you don't think so. It will likely motivate you to do it too. Story 65. After brushing your teeth, brush your tongue until it is pink again. This practice will help prevent bad breath and also reduce the risk of respiratory illness. Story 66. Your washing machine needs a cleansing rinse cycle. Use 1 or 2 cups of vinegar and run your washing machine like that. You may have noticed that the outer drum still contains water. That water is not clean. It is full of grime left over from previous washes. The same applies to your clothes, especially towels. If they have a mildewy smell, you need to run them through a vinegar cycle. The vinegar smell does not linger. The small gray flies you see in your bathroom are drain flies, which indicate stagnant debris and waste in your sinks and tubs. They are generally harmless, but you may want to use some drain cleaner and clear your pipes. Story 67. I always use a hairdryer on my body after a shower. Towels just don't remove all the moisture. So the hairdryer helps eliminate any dampness, especially in creases that may cause odor later on. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.